Wow. Tennessee State still in the headlines on Sunday afternoon after they announced that they're hiring Eddie George to be the next head coach. This is big news because Eddie George has zero coaching experience. He's a four-time Pro Bowler. He is Tennessee's all-time leading rusher. He is Mr. Nashville. He has all the individual accolades that a running back could possibly have. And he has the big name. And that's obviously what landed him the job at Tennessee State because to a lot of people, this hire was shocking. It comes off as a surprise. A lot of people didn't see this coming. Okay, they were blindsided by this. A lot of people didn't expect Eddie George to be hired as the next head coach because, again, this is a man with zero coaching experience. So it's a curious move. It's one that leaves people wondering. But you also have to remember, guys, we live in an age where anybody can get a job now. It's all who you know. It's all about this celebrity privilege now. Anybody can get a job. Look who we had as a current president. I mean, not as a current president, as a former president. Look who we have in office: a reality TV star, a businessman. I mean, look, there's coaches now, former players now taking jobs as head coaches that shouldn't, probably be in those positions. I mean, look at Michael Jordan. And this is not a shot to MJ because I love MJ personally. He's my guy and everything. But how has he done as the Charlotte Hornets owner? Has he done a terrific job or has he done a fairly decent job? How has he really done since taking on ownership of an NBA franchise? He was a better basketball player than he was, than he is as an owner. He's not that great of an owner. So, I mean, this is a move that has everyone talking. I mean, people are gonna talk about it, but he has no coaching experience. So I'm just wondering how this will work out for Tennessee State moving forward. Yes, he played for the Tennessee Titans professional football team. He did. He's well known in Tennessee. So he definitely has ties in Nashville. He definitely has ties in the state. But that doesn't mean that should qualify you for a coaching job. And that's not me sitting here hating on Eddie George. Not at all. I love Eddie George. Great guy, great dude. He was a hell of a running back. But this does not qualify him for a job just because of his name and just because of who he is. Everyone know who the hell Eddie George is. Eddie George is also a Heisman winner, a former Heisman winner when he played at Ohio State. He was a top-notch running back at the university. Everyone knows who the hell he is. So that's how he got this job, because of his name, because of his fame, and because of what he was able to accomplish as a football player. Not so much what he knows as a coach. Because look, being a player and being an actual coach are two different things. And a lot of people don't understand that. Just because you played the game of football, that doesn't mean you're going to be a great head coach. That doesn't mean that you're going to understand the X's and O's as a head coach like you did as a player. I mean, that doesn't mean that you're going to excel, being a head coach. A head coach is a daunting task for many. It's not easy, overseeing an entire team, dealing with different personalities. Being a player under a head coach is a lot easier because you don't have a heavy burden on your shoulders and you don't have, you know, this big responsibility, to coach an entire team. You're your own player when you play as a player. So, I mean, it's two different ball games here. So now Eddie George is obviously up for a challenge, or else he wouldn't have taken the job. He wanted to get back in football, but I didn't think it had anything to do with coaching. Apparently, it does because he took the job at Tennessee State, and now people are blowing up about it. Everyone is talking about it. People have their opinions about it, and there's a lot of people that don't agree with it. They don't think that he will be a great coach at the college level. I don't know. We just have to wait and see. This is one of those wait and see games, and we're gonna eventually see if it works out for him. But I mean, hey, it's a new challenge for sure. Let's see how he does. Uh, you know, he either helped this team get to the next level, or either the move backfires in the face of Tennessee State and they move on from Eddie George. But today, Eddie George was named the new head coach at Tennessee State. And, it is what it is, everyone. But, I mean, just because you played doesn't mean you are qualified to be the head coach. But once again, congratulations to Eddie George. If they felt he was deserving of it, he obviously was deserving of it. But it's hard when you don't have any coaching experience. But like I always say too, guys, how can you get experience if you don't have experience? You got to start from somewhere, right? So he does have knowledge of the game. I will give him that. He was a fantastic running back when he played in his time. So I give him that too. Does he have the coaching credentials? No. But can he prove to be a great coach? Sure. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt and see what he actually does. Give him a chance. And if it doesn't work out, again, Tennessee State can move on from him, and look elsewhere. But guys, I'm going to get out of here now. I'm going to wrap this up. I'm about to go to bed. Thank you guys for tuning in. You guys have a good night.